Hello. So today's topic is assessing the suitability of someone as a long-term partner, part two. I am Shauna White, Heartfelt Intimacy Coach, and I'm talking about red flags today. So the thing about red flags is that it depends on what you want in your relationship, and that will give context for what's a red flag for you. Because if you want if you want a life of living in the city, whatever that is for you, and you meet someone who's milking cows, that's a red flag. Might not fit into what you want, right? Okay, so there's that subjective, what are you trying to create? But where I'm going to speak from for this right now is from the perspective of creating heartfelt intimacy that flows naturally. Okay, the type of relationship that is needed to really go deeper and deeper and deeper in heartfelt intimacy that flows naturally forever, to just keep going, okay, is that you both need to both partners need to connect with alignment inside, with the coherent signature of divine love energy. Now, people do this different ways, so it doesn't mean that people have to subscribe to the idea of an inner alignment with divine love in order to qualify as a partner in this coherent and wonderful way. You have to assess somebody based on the fruit, not on the words or the ideas. They could have a completely different language for the same thing, but the thing is are they feeling that sweet spot? Are they actually able to be present, to hold the present moment, not think about? Some people, the way they're present is they're like, I'm looking at the cello and I'm observing the color of the wood and what are the smells. Like, they get present to their physical five senses, and that's okay. That's an exercise that can help you shift your perspective in a positive way. But what I mean by being present is that you're actually feeling energy, and you are feeling alignment with heaven, the heaven inside you. So there's levels or layers. There's layers to how deep you can go in feeling the heaven inside you. You don't have to go so deep that you're actually feeling the palpable presence of divine love to be in alignment. It's extremely helpful to visit that place, but you can get the benefit of alignment with the coherent signature of love in a more subtle and simpler way, where you're accessing. Anyway, there's layers to that. Okay, we could go into that sometime. Particularly, this is what I train people in when I work with people. So there's that. But anyway, people have to be able to hold that space and understand that they want to create their life from a partnership with love by practicing this state of interconnection. That is requisite for going really deep forever together in heartfelt intimacy that flows naturally. That is the underlying foundation. So that's the perspective that I'm going to talk about red flags from right now. There are so many red flags, but the method of deciphering or discerning a red flag is this person by and large capable and interested in holding this state of interconnection as the way they go about relationship? That's the question that we're trying to answer. Now, so every behavior, the way that discernment of subtle red flags comes through for you is from understanding the way psychology, a human psychology stacks up to produce said behavior. So I'm going to go through some red flags, and I'm going to kind of talk about the string of psychology behind it. Okay. So first red flag that I will discuss today is I'm looking at my notes over here. Anger over not receiving a response soon enough. So I've had the experience where a man has approached me via text or messenger or whatever it is, and he's approaching me because he has he's got some attraction. And that, by the way, in my opinion, has nothing to do with the fact that of whether I'm interested or not. I'm in a relationship, but he's got whatever he's got going on, right? So he's friendly, says hello, whatever. And then later the same day, even though I'm friendly, and by the way, I mean, I do let people know if I think that they've got a certain sort of an agenda. I let people know that that's not going anywhere. But wherever it was, this one particular experience that I'm referring to in my memory was some years ago. I carried out a bit of a friendly dialogue with somebody. I don't know, maybe we went back and forth 3 times, whatever it was that we said. And then he said something, and I was doing other things, and I didn't respond I didn't even see his message for like, I don't know, 2 hours, 4 hours, something like that. And he types, question mark, hello. And he's getting testy with me because I didn't respond to him soon enough. So what's going on behind the surface there? He's got an idea about how it should go. He doesn't even know me. I have like a whole life before I met this person. I didn't even meet this person. We're just texting. And he doesn't have the perspective to think, okay, I don't know anything about her life. I don't know, maybe she's busy, right? He doesn't have the perspective to not take it personally, and he doesn't have the wisdom the self-awareness to choose not to try to control the situation. So that's an act of control. Hello, how come you haven't responded to me yet? So we could skip over that and not see that if we have a kind of people-pleasing pattern inside us that's like wants to have a nice conversation with everybody and let everything be nice. And so we could feel like, oh, I need to explain to him that I was busy and it took a while for me to get back. But if you look at what's the psychology in his mind that allows him to even get angry over something like that when we don't even know each other, then you know, okay, I'm glad that happened. I'm going to excuse myself from this conversation because I don't want anything to do with someone that is so disconnected from himself and feeling so needy and so controlling about what it is that he feels like he needs, that if I don't fit into his picture just so much as that I don't respond soon enough in a text, that he's then going to express anger and actually feels like it's okay to express anger. I hope you can see that's a whole, that train of psychology is so far away from someone being present and humble enough to allow the divine to write the story, right? He does not have trust to let things be the way they are and just try to understand what they are. He's trying to control it. So that's a small, big red flag. Another one, jumping to the conclusion that you're perfect for me. So when you are allowing the divine to write the story of your life, when you're co-creating your life with the divine inside, then you don't assume, and you're not holding up this ideal of what you want. In a sense, you're working towards an ideal, but that you're working, but the ideal that you're working towards is a connected ideal. So the place that people have to go in order to think you're perfect for me is, it's a story land. It's an idea land that's rich with emotion about how wonderful my idea can be. And you're matching my idea. It's this feeling of like you're out of the feet and winding a dream and sucking the other person into that dream. You're perfect for me. It's like God is not writing the script there. When God is writing the script, when we allow ourselves to be in a relationship of co-creativity with the divine, then we're just here now. It's not about the big future. And yet we can recognize a long-term commitment with somebody, but it comes from discovering the feeling inside, not from getting excited about the idea. So I hope that that came across clearly. Another red flag, flexing appeal, right? So I ran into somebody who I had an affection for, didn't know him very well, but liked him very much. But when I ran into him again, he made his attraction to me very clear by energetically, like flexing. He wasn't doing it physically, but energetically, he was like, it felt like he was flexing his sex appeal, trying to, do the peacock thing to get my interest. And that's a red flag in the sense of, I mean, some people, you let people do things. If they continue to do it, that's when you know that it's not just a moment that they're having, because we all have moments where we're not in our connected self. But even he was doing it that way, but people do it other ways too, like taking somebody on a date and being very like performance oriented about trying to win the love. That is an idea that I'm creating my own reality. It's not allowing God to create the reality and being receptive to see what it is, but rather I'm going to create it. So that's a psychology that doesn't understand the science and the art, and doesn't value being humble and allowing God to write what happens. So that's another red flag. It's not as bad a red flag as the anger one, but it's definitely something to watch. Okay, I am going to have to jump right now, and I had some other ones. I'm going to tell you one more really fast. So many years ago, I had dinner with somebody who I found to be interesting, energetically interesting and kind. But he ended up saying, humans are like rats. In the middle of our dinner, he was talking about he was talking about health and fitness and how humans will just keep eating more if there's more available, even though they will make them fat, right? But I just heard his conviction. This wasn't just something he read. He was owning this perspective. And I thought, oh, well, if this was a date, it's not going anywhere, because this guy, this perception that humans are like rats is so far away from the essential nature of humans, is that they are children of divine love, that they are the Christ. And the practice of interconnection to grow towards and into embodying that divine love, someone who's actually doing that and is driven to do that would never say humans are like rats. So even though that's just a casual comment, that was a red flag that let me know, okay, great. So I can be friends with this person, but it's not going any further than that. Okay, so I'm curious How is this for you? This exploration of red flags from the perception that of looking at the psychology, and how does that psychology connect to whether that person is actually actively working on a deeper inner connection or not, or whether that's completely far away from where they're at. And do you want more of this? Now, I think I might do a deeper dive into red flags that are not just for like, these are like, if you're just meeting somebody, but also red flags that you could experience in your relationship. I might do that inside my Facebook group, because that's where I do deeper training. So if you're interested in joining my Facebook group, find me at Facebook. It's called Divine Love Relationship Advice for Creating Heartfelt Intimacy. I'll put the link in the comments. And if you're in my Facebook group, because I'm going to broadcast this video over there as well, then congratulations. And if you want me to do a deeper training, let me know. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.